I've just about finished another sketchbook, so let me show you what's in it. I started this sketchbook on a trip to Thailand. So here are some sketches of a sad holiday, a few beaches, and some weird fruit. And I do like to use my sketchbooks as a travel journal, but also to experiment and learn new techniques, like here doing some still lifes, experimenting with dry brush and wet in wet techniques. This is a record of a day out in my local area. I had some beautiful skies, as you can tell, so I wanted to capture those. I like to divide up my pages into lots of smaller paintings. They're quick to do, low pressure, and is a great way to experiment with ideas or just techniques. But I can also go a bit bigger, especially for the portrait-sized studies like these two here. On the left, I was preparing for a tree tutorial, and on the right, two paintings from photographs that I took on my trip to Europe. I don't always have the chance to paint on location, and the same on the left side here, Venice and Mont Saint-Michel, both from photos I took, juxtaposed by some more fruit and vegetable studies, loose and fast, usually to warm up or when I totally don't know what to paint anymore. Here's another spread from a trip into the outback, a little record of a weekend away, and I even managed to capture a sunset just in time. These are three completely unrelated little studies. I was practicing cows on the bottom there, and a quick seascape, and being very economical with my brushwork, using as few brush strokes as possible. Some of you may recognize my rock tutorial here. Paintings don't have to be much bigger to look good on video. The one on the right here is a master study of a painting by Aubrey Phillips. Very loose, very expressive. That's probably one of my favorite pages in the book, probably because it's not my painting. This is the Urban Sketches meetup when we had the jacaranda season, sometime late November. Lots of lavender. They're not masterpieces, but they bring back good memories. On the right, a couple of small studies of the cliffs, which I did paint again on a larger scale and turned that into a video tutorial. That's also somewhere down the list. And the same for the ones on the left, that's my wave tutorial. If you're into painting waves, then check that video out as well. Not sure what I was trying to achieve here with the candle, but it does look interesting. And this is another location sketch. I got up really early in the morning out in the outback of Australia to paint these wonderful massive gum trees. And I love how I can use a double spread if I want to go bigger. And then a few smaller studies as well from that same location later in the day. I think the river study turned out quite alright there with those beautiful soft reflections. And there's one of my birds to shake things up. As you can tell, I'm not really precious about what goes into my sketchbook. It's a real mix of small studies, bigger sketches, outdoor paintings, and tutorials that I use on YouTube, like this one with the glass bottle. And the question is, what shall I put on that last page? Make a suggestion in the comments, and the one that I like the most, I will finish my sketchbook with. Thanks for watching.